I would like to give you a quick introduction about the new benchmarking project. So we are using Playwright as a harness to test for this MVP version already 5 different apps, and it will generate reports. So if we go into the numbers, you can see we have some benchmark results where we have buffered grids and we are changing the amount of columns, rows, or testing the performance of filtering. Inside this repository, we have the apps folder. So inside of here, we already have 5 different apps which we do test. And I would like to take a quick look into those 5 apps to actually show you what we are benchmarking. The project is not really focusing on the initial loading time. So if you can see like, hey, I'm loading the app, you will see like, okay, it's fast, probably fast enough, but this is not the focus. We are focusing on the runtime performance. So in case users interact with these apps, we want to really benchmark and get hard numbers, how long specific operations can take. So for example, here we have the Neo.mjs grid. And as you can see, if you scroll around, it feels really pretty fast, I would say. And then I rebuilt the same app using React and the AG grid. And if we scroll around here, you will see like, yeah, well, this is already not looking the same anymore. So you will see the grid cells, they pop in at some point, but it's definitely slower. Then we have controls inside the app where we can change some scenarios. So for example, I have a filtering field here, so I can go in here and say like, for example, my name. If I go TOB, you can see like it's pretty much instance, and let's do the same here. And you will already notice like it's feeling a little bit slower, but this project is really about like getting this feeling like how slow or slower it is into real numbers. So, I mean, obviously with 1,000 rows, it doesn't really matter, but let's go to 10,000. This is actually still okay, I guess. Guess if we would go to 100,000, it will be different. Let's see. No, let's go for more data. So let's say we have 100,000 rows and 200 columns, meaning 20 million cells. And it takes obviously a bit of time to actually generate this data because this is really the bottleneck here. Once we have this data, the view update is actually mostly pretty fast. So, and then again, we can just test the scrolling performance. Let's do the same here. Oops, I still have the filter in here. Let's remove it. And then again, you can see, I mean, the scrolling difference is not that big compared to small data, but still you can see it's definitely not instant. And the headers here, they are always behind the scrolling. The other apps are more like the Crowdest demo. So what I did here was basically I have a very simple grid and I want just to say like, hey, give me 1 million rows. And afterwards I can start a real-time feed to get updates. With 1 million rows, you can actually not see many updates popping in because the amount of rows is just too big. Here's 1, 2. And again, if you want to check how fast does it scroll. So this app I also rebuilt using React and this time Tanstack table. Let's reload it to be fair. So if I go here to 1 million rows, you can see the counter is completely frozen, which means the main thread is frozen. But still, I mean, now we can at least scroll. Now I'm turning on the real-time feed again. And you can see as soon as this real-time feed is running, the counter is completely frozen. Now I can try to scroll, but probably there's nothing happening. So at this point, this is just too much data and too much duress for the Tanstack table to handle. So I highly doubt it will come back. Oh, okay. Now it even crashed Chrome.